Welcome to the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon.
It's an NBA Saturday night, brought to you by ESPN on EA Sports, as we get set for tonight's matchup between the Portland Trail Blazers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, as this game gets underway, Jeff, anybody that stands out in your mind that they need to focus on against the Cavaliers tonight?
And Mike, it's all been said about LeBron James, but where he's evolved the most to me is his demeanor. He continues to embrace the challenges that come before him. He honors his teammates, he honors his coaches, and he honors his organizations that he plays with the effort and the attention to detail with which he plays.
In the paint, he gets it to go. Beautiful pass. 4-2. Great to see Kevin Love back in Cleveland. It was killing him to be on the sidelines during that playoff run last year, Jeff. He's going to be a huge bonus this season.
Exactly, particularly when you miss due to injury, Mike, and he had sacrificed so much role-wise. And again, his ability to shoot long range, to post, and to offensive rebound, that combination is really difficult to find.
And C.J. McCollum will go to the free throw line. He's shooting 87% on the season, and he hits the first free throw.
Now, Portland with Lillard has been a playoff team, Jeff, but you lose Lopez, Aldridge, Batum, and Matthews. How does this team stay in contention to get a playoff berth?
The short answer, Mike, they don't. They don't. They're not good enough. Terry Stotts, a terrific coach. Damian Lillard, an all-star point guard. But you go down that starting lineup, and they just don't have enough punch to compete in the Western Conference. It's going to be a growing year in Portland, and hopefully a good one.
Trying to work it down low. For three, the wide open shot. Misfires from long distance.
You have to set a tone in the first half. No open looks. Everybody's got to know that this night is going to be hard.
To the rim, and Mason Plumlee with a nice play.
Look, you can't give up layups like that. You got to protect the basket and the paint at all costs.
Lots of room there. The Cavaliers with their first three of the game.
You don't have a lot of room over there in the corner. You got to get your feet set, get on balance, and stroke it.
What a strange and difficult offseason for the Portland Trail Blazers, Jeff. They lost 4 of their 5 starters. Damian Lillard has a lot of responsibility this year.
This guy, Damian Lillard, is going to have a great year at both ends of the floor for Portland to have a chance. He's going to have to obviously be great offensively for the Portland Trail Blazers to achieve more than the critics think they can.
Williams fires with the clock winding down. Unable to hit the three.
Hey, that's a tough shot right there. Solid team defense forcing the miss.
Swatted away by Love. To the basket, and Noah Vonleh with a two-pointer.
You want to keep attacking the basket and get layups around the rim. That's how you score consistently.
To the rim. There's the whistle. Good job to draw the foul. And LeBron James will go to the line with seconds to go in the first quarter. Knocks down the first one. Good free throw shooting, knocks down a pair. final seconds, he'll just fire it up. Buzzer sounds. That ends the first quarter. Portland's up by 3. We'll be right back with more NBA basketball here on ESPN after the break. So a good start to this one. After the first quarter, we begin the second in a fairly tight game. Neither team able to get control.
No, but it was a good tone set by both teams in that they established the way they wanted to play the game here tonight.
Inside. That's good. Cleveland shooting 50% from the field here tonight.
You're not going to see a better possession in the NBA from both sides of the ball. Good defense, good offense won out that time.
Finds a space and takes the wide open 3.
Jeff, I didn't know that Love's middle name, Wesley, was in honor of former NBA star Wes Unseld. He's a family friend. And Unseld, just like Love, a big guy who can rebound and throw great outlet passes.
Well, that's what gets overlooked a lot of times with Love, and his shooting and his rebounding sort of dominate the conversation. But those outlet passes that he throws, those pinpoint passes, does remind you a little bit of Wes Unseld, who was by far the best of all time at the outlet pass.
Lillard fires with 3 on the clock. It's good. A 2-pointer. And it's a 3-point lead for Portland.
I like what I'm seeing. Creating the open shot. It doesn't matter what range it comes from. You just got to get quality shots.
For the layup. The ref blows the whistle. He's got a foul. And LeBron James will get to the free throw line to shoot. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Jeff Smith won the NBA's 6th Man of the Year award with the Knicks 2013. First Knick to win the award since your guy John Starks in '97. When Smith is right, he's a heck of a player.
He is. Oftentimes we focus on his antics versus his game. But when he is playing at his high point, he's obviously a dynamic shot maker, but he's also a good passer. And I think that gets overlooked. This guy's a good NBA player. Unfortunately, we don't talk enough about his game.
And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Lillard for 2, puts it up, gets it to go, and it's a 4-point lead for Portland. James draws the double team. Sloppy ball handling. Whistle sounds. Out of bounds, so it'll be Cavs ball. Smith jumper. Unable to convert the 3. Plumlee's trying to get down low. McCollum against Smith. Oh, it's turned back by James. Out of bounds. Plumlee for 2. Able to knock it down. And Mason Plumlee with 6 points.
You need guys who can make shots under duress and pressure. That was a well-defended possession, but that man stuck it even against the best defense.
Portland's leading Cleveland by a score of 16-13. McCollum against Smith. Looking to curl in. Fires for 2. Blocked by Thompson. Goes for the 3-pointer. It'll count if it goes. And that'll do it. First half comes to an end. Portland's up by 3. We're just a couple of moments away from insights from Jalen Rose.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Trailblazers didn't need a lot of offense for their halftime lead. Of course, the most important lead is the one at the end of the game with the final buzzer. Their offense will probably need to improve to make that a possibility. The Cavaliers are within striking distance at the half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scores for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
First half stats. Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on the show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
Williams hasn't put a single point on the scoreboard. If he's going to continue to shoot those threes in the second half, he must find ways to be more efficient, but also more patient. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
The third quarter is about to get started. We give it back now to Mike and Jeff.
For the second half, which is just about underway. Along with Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. Portland's got a slim lead as the third quarter throws it down. What a play.
Hey, sometimes good offense beats good defense. There's nothing to be ashamed with on that possession. That was a well-defended, well-contested shot.
The Blazer fans still waiting for another championship. It's been a long time since that 77 team coached by the great late Jack Ramsey. But this team has the young pieces in place that gives fans hope for a possible title.
I agree. They play Jack Ramsey type basketball, passing, moving, sharing the ball. And remember back, Mike, when we go into Terry Stotts, the coach's office, and he has the beautiful picture of Jack Ramsey above his desk. It just reminds you of the great tradition Portland Trail Blazer basketball has and always will have.
McCollum against Smith. Vonleh fires with 3 on the 24.
4-2.
Portland's leading Cleveland by a score of 20-17. For 2, Mo Williams with his 3rd assist of the night.
Hey, you can only control what you can control. The defense there was great. It was just a better shot.
Gets past the defense. Nice. Unable to flip it home.
Getting the ball to the rim is so important to winning basketball. Great offense, great look. Just couldn't knock it in.
James moves into the front court. James follows with another shot. And LeBron James with a nice look. Sinks it. He's got 12 points in this game. Lillard in possession. He curls, puts it down.
Oh, that's nice right there. The finish at the rim with the nice dunk.
James fires for 3.
Plumlee the rebound.
Lillard fires the wide open 2. Nails it.
You can't get it easier than that right there. That's just wide open, easy jump shot that he knocked home.
James on the drive, lets it go. And LeBron James with a nice shot for two. At the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. Fourth quarter coming up. Portland's up by 3. Stay with us for more NBA action after this short break. As we head to the fourth quarter, another close game, high scoring. It's been one of the more entertaining games we've seen in a while.
It sure has been. This has been a stat sheet stuffer. Everyone putting up big numbers. Most importantly, both teams have a chance to get the W.
Knocks it down. 1-point game. Portland's leading Cleveland by a score of 26-25. A good look for two. He puts it in.
The assist from number 8, Alvaro Camino.
Love. He says no, but the ref says foul. Called against Lillard. And Kevin Love will go to the line and shoot for the first time tonight.
That was a tough situation right there. Do you let him shoot the easy basket, or do you foul a good free throw shooter late in the game? I think they made a good play, and even though he's a good free throw shooter, make him earn it at the line.
Vonleh the rebound. No back-to-back free throws here. He misses the second.
2 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Inside. Unable to bring it home.
Luck is not a defensive plan. They allowed the ball into the paint and were very fortunate that they didn't knock that shot in.
At the rim. Puts it in to tie the game.
The assist from number 52, Mo Williams.
Wide open. That's a 3. Vonleh's shot too strong. Can't connect.
Where's the shooting on the floor? You got to make. They don't have enough guys making open jump shots. That one was...
Oh, a costly turnover.
They couldn't have picked a worse time to cough it up, Mike.
Lets it go. Oh, what a shot.
Hey, that's the first lead change of the game, and it's the fourth quarter. This is highly unusual. You rarely see this.
Gets inside. Tie game.
That's nice body control right there on that layup. Good finish.
Oh, what a costly turnover.
That's the last thing they needed right there, Mike. A critical mistake.
Puts it up for 2. Knocks it down. What a clutch play.
You expect the unexpected in the NBA, and this has occurred tonight with the first lead change happening deep in the fourth quarter of play.
To the basket. He puts it in. Clutch shot. And Cleveland calls time as we wind down here in the fourth quarter.
Back jerseys. Get one for yourself before they're all gone.
It'll count if it goes for the win. 4 quarters complete and still tied up, so we go to overtime. Stay with us for more NBA on ESPN after this short break. And overtime begins. Cavaliers looking to do damage in the paint. Vonleh fires away. Oh, sinks the two-pointer. Gets it off. Misses.
Some might question that shot right there. I like that shot. You have a great player who's a great shooter. I like the creativity. He just missed it.
On the drive. Oh, what a brilliant move.
You want to keep attacking the basket and get layups around the rim. That's how you score consistently.
There's the perfect pick. James for two. Puts it in. Two-point game. Gets to the rim. Won't go.
Hey, you want to win in this game? You got to protect the paint in the last 2 minutes of a close game.
Williams against Lillard. Puts it up. Nails it. LeBron James is 7 for 9 from the field. Inside to the man. It's good. Two-point game.
Sometimes the simplest plays are the hardest ones to execute. Good layup.
Gets past the defender. To the rim. Oh, clutch shot. Coach wants to talk here, calls a full timeout.
When you're in a two-possession game, you don't really need to do anything special to get back in it. All you need to do is execute out of the timeout, get a score, and then have your defense lock in and lock down, get a stop, and then get out on the break.
Three-pointer. Puts it in. One-point game. And Mo Williams is called for the intentional foul.
When you're down late in the fourth quarter of a game, you have to gamble and try to create some havoc. Here they fouled, but they're not in the penalty, so it's just going to result in a side out of bounds.
First free throw, perfect. He hits 2 free throws, so they extend the lead to 3. And Cleveland calls a timeout. Six-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Attacks. That's good. A one-point game.
Look, you can't give up layups like that. You got to protect the basket and the paint at all costs.
Get him for the foul. They had to do it and stop the clock.
How important are these free throws? Up one with about a half a minute left, 2 free throws, They need both to make it a three-point game and force their opponent to shoot a three-point shot.
He hits 2 free throws, so they extend the lead to 3. Strong to the goal. Oh, what a shot. Ref calls the foul. No choice there. They had to stop the clock.
Up by 1, 2 free throws. In the waning seconds of this game, he's got to step up and make both so that they can just concentrate on defending the three-point opportunity.
First free throw, good. Boy, pressure free throws right there. The lead is now 3. Goes for the tie. And this one is over as time runs out in overtime. The final score is 46-43. For Jeff Van Gundy and our entire EA Sports crew, this is Mike Breen saying thanks for joining us and good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Trailblazers clock some overtime for today's win. Teams show their heart in the extra minutes, and it was clearly on display in this matchup. What a great game. It was definitely a thrill. The Cavaliers are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game.
Game track. Assists.
The teams in this matchup did a great job of moving the ball and keeping the game flowing. It was the sort of action fans love to see, and I definitely enjoyed it myself. The unselfish play made for a great game.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thank you.